What's going on, guys? Tony Ivanov here with another video lesson, and today I'm going to show you exactly what the title says, how I made $224 in less than 2 minutes today. Pretty awesome. It just shows you what is really possible with these penny stocks. And this was only a 10% trade, so I put in $2,000, around $2,000, and I came back out with $224. That's mainly because right now I'm working with a small account to teach you guys how to grow a small account, but don't let that a number blind you because only $224. Well, some people work 2 days to make that much money, but imagine your account is $10,000 and you can place a $10,000 trade. In 2 minutes, you can make $1,000. And as you'll see in this video, I sold way too soon. I didn't recognize the different indicators that will tell you if the stock goes higher. So that's what I'm going to go into in this video, so be sure you stick around to the very end. If you do stick around to the very end, there's a nice little surprise for you guys, so whoever is dedicated, you'll see at the end. Don't worry about it. But so yeah, first let me show you guys my Twitter page. It's at Ivanov Trades. I just passed over 1,000 followers, so thank you guys so much for helping me do that. But yeah, make sure you follow my Twitter page just because I'm sending out free alerts on these penny stocks every single day, Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. until the market close. Um, and just showing you what I'm trading. And I talked about the trade I took today. It was on CLSN, and I documented my whole trade. I said I'm watching this has potential to do a morning spike, and then it did a morning spike. It did a very nice U-shaped breakout, and I said I got in at 218 and I got out at 241, and that was around 10-12% profit. And I said it will most likely run very or way higher, but I love being able to take the rest of the day off after a good trade because making that much money in 2 minutes, it's a blessing. And I was really tired that morning because I didn't get that much sleep last night, so I was willing to just take the money off the table and go back to bed. So that's what I did. No regrets. Kind of regret in hindsight, but you can never know how much these stocks will run. There are certain indicators, like I said earlier, that can tell you that it'll happen, but you never really know. So yeah, highly recommend you follow my Twitter page. Also, just want to have you guys join my page on Facebook. Where is it? Where to go? Gosh, no, not that one. Do not join this one. um, it's called the Day Traders Club. It's a group of almost 338 traders now who trade Nasdaqs, OTCs, cryptocurrencies, forex. We're day traders, we're swing traders, we're long-term holders, and it's just a group of like-minded traders who want to make profits in the market. So we give each other watch lists, we give each other guides and strategies and different tips and tricks on how to be a better trader. So I highly recommend you check it out because it's 100% free and it's a really good resource for your trading because you have 338 different eyes watching the market, seeing for potential. So highly recommend. But enough of that. As you can see, I did make $224 today, and it was in just around 2 minutes. I have pictures of that floating around my social media, so I don't have to prove that. Um, but yeah, let's do that just anyways. See if this will show up. No, it doesn't want to show up. No? Okay. Not showing up, but trust me, I did actually make it in 2 minutes. Anyways, so let's just jump right into the analysis of CLSN and why I traded it, why I knew it had potential, and where I bought, where I sold, and all that good stuff. So let's just drag this over here so we can fit in my equity feed scanners. Um, Highly recommend you check out equity feed. Um, it's a very great scanner. That's why I found this stock today. Um, it's actually not going to show up on my equity feed scanner right now because my equity feed is limited to Nasdaq's under $5. So that's pretty unfortunate. But I saw it on my news streamer because they had news release today. I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check that real fast so I don't seem like an idiot. Hold on. Okay, we don't need a scanner, so let's just get the news. Where's the news? There's the news. CLSN. Okay, yeah, they did have news release. They're a biotech company, and they had a very favorable news release about one of their drugs. Um, very favorable. So um, the main thing about CLSN is that I'm pretty sure it's a low float. I think it was like a 10 million float, which is very low for these Nasdaqs. And so low float, it's a biochem company, and they had good news. So let's just jump into the chart and just break it down with just the chart in mind. So you can see this had a very major move that I sold way too soon, but that's okay. But I talked about this pattern in last night's video lesson. Highly recommend you check it out. But today I'm going to talk purely about these Nasdaq runners. And if you haven't realized, the Nasdaq is the place to be right now. Let me just bring over my different um, scanners just to show you the liquidity difference in the Nasdaq and OTC right now. I wish I could show you the dollar volume on CLSN, but it's not going to show up. But let me just show you this. So here's OTC market. I have it ranked by the highest one of dollar volume. There was only 3 stocks today that had over $1 million in dollar volume. Whereas the Nasdaq, look at this liquidity. There's so much money flowing into this market right now. It's insane. Just goes on and on. There's so much money just being pumped into this, and not that much at all in the OTC. So you have to recognize and adapt. Um, even if you love trading OTCs and even if you love trading OTCs and that's all you've done your whole trading career, if you want to be a successful trader, then you have to learn to adapt. And I recognize that in this past week or so, the place to trade is the Nasdaq small cap market because that's where all the money is flowing. There's not that many big runners in the OTC market right now. Now that could change tomorrow. There could be a very good press release on an OTC that will give it liquidity and make it run hundreds and hundreds of percentage points. But until that happens, all the liquidity right now is in Nasdaq. So focus on your Nasdaqs because even if they're higher priced, they're making very good percentage moves and you can profit off of them, and they're very predictable too. So enough of that. Let's get into CLSN. So I've been talking about this type of play where you, you have a pre-market gap up on news, and that's usually the stock that will run the most is if it has a gap and it's on news. And what happens is that you can have it re-break the high of day that it sets in the market open. So let me just explain this further. So the ideal situation would have been to buy pre-market right here when it made this high of day at around $2.01. You can see it dipped back down, but then it made higher lows, and squeezed up above it. I got in on the break of this high right here at around 214. That's the best pattern right now, honestly. The best pattern. That's what happened on ECYT, where it ran over 100%. HMNY, where it went from $2 to $12. ITUS, IZEA, same pattern, and it's super easy to predict. All you have to look for are small cap Nasdaqs, preferably low float, that have great news release, and they make a new high of day at the market open. So you can see it's basically a U-shaped breakout. That's what I call them. They're called U-shaped breakouts because it makes a high of day, dips down, makes a U-shape, and then, like I said, it just breaks out and it runs like crazy. So I got in. I placed a market order. That's what I recommend with these breakout plays on Nasdaqs because they move so fast. You are not going to be able to set a proper limit order and get the price that you want. So it's better to just place a market order get a worse entry, but even if you get a worse entry, at least you're in the move, because there's been so many times where I would place a limit order for a breakout and it would just jump over my limit price and I would not get executed, and then I would try to just move my limit up more and more and more, and then by the time that I would get executed, it'd be 20 cents up, and it'd be a very, very bad entry, and then my emotions would take over, I'd get nervous, and I'd sell too soon. So highly recommend with these Nasdaqs in particular, these low float Nasdaqs that are running like crazy, just place a market order right when you see 214, hit the time in sales, hit that buy button, and you'll get executed right away. I actually got executed at 218 because, like I said, it moved so fast. There was so much volume. I don't know I don't know why my volume is not on this chart. Let me fix that. Where is it? Here it is. um, volume, right there. That's still recording. Yeah, okay. So you can see the volume was absolutely insane all day. Let's just look at the daily chart to see the difference in volume today. Oh, it's not going to show. Damn, E-Trade needs to fix their chart. It's not going to show the candle for today. But anyways, you can see this past. The whole day would have less than $200,000 in volume, and there was this one spike here where it had 2 million, not dollars in volume, shares in volume. I'm sorry. All this time, there was less than like 100,000 shares traded. You can see today, 74 million shares traded. This is unprecedented. This has not happened with the stock in a very, very, very long time. So just with that alone, you can see that this is going to move big time. And I didn't recognize that. That's why I sold way too soon. I didn't recognize how much volume was being pumped into this stock, how much money was flowing into the stock. I didn't recognize that. If I did, I would have held for much longer. So that's a little lesson for you guys. If there's so much volume that breaks previous records, hold on to it for a little bit longer, because more often than not, it will run very, very big. You can see it ran 351% today, and it will likely run tomorrow as well, because shorts are just getting crushed. Anyways, so I bought at around 218, 1,000 shares, and I was only aiming for around 10-15%, because like I said, I didn't recognize how much volume, how much this volume would move this stock, and I have been having trouble making profits recently in the market, so I just wanted to take any profit that I could, lock it in, and grow my small account, because the main goal for me right now is just to build up my small account and grow it. It would have been great to grow it by $4,000 if I held this move, but hindsight's 2020, so you cannot beat yourself up for a place like this. Just recognize why it moved like it did, and implement your new technique to catch a bigger piece of the move. But I'm not sad at all that I made 224 bucks in 2 minutes. That's awesome. No one in a regular job can do that. So the fact that I was able to is amazing to me. I was able to, make that trade, go to bed, spend the rest of my day doing my other ventures. So yeah, I sold at $2.41. My goal, like I said, was to get 10-15%. Once I saw it hit that profit target, I just sold. I didn't really care. But you can see it moved a lot more. In hindsight, what I should have done is I should have made my risk level. So let's say that I recognized this volume, and I knew the potential in the stock, that it was likely going to be a supernova. The best thing to do would have been to have my stop loss at $2.14 and just ride the momentum wave and just play from the chart, watch it as the chart develops, and just as long as it's making higher lows, then just keep holding it. You can see we have a very nice double bottom here at $2.35, nice round mental resistance. We had a top here at $2.70. Like I said, nice round mental resistance. That's where these support and resistance lines usually end up at these nice round numbers, and it's not a coincidence. It's because of traders. The reason why this technical analysis worked, and I've said it so many times in my videos, is because of traders. People like to place their orders at nice round numbers like $6.30. You'll most likely place a sell order there and not $6.28. You know what I mean? Just because humans like those round numbers. Um, and the reason why technical analysis works is because all of us traders are using the same patterns and indicators to buy and sell. Like a bunch of traders saw this breakout and bought just like I did, and that's why it broke out. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So don't think that technical analysis is some magic formula that just happens to work. You need to understand the reason behind it, and understanding the reason behind it will make you understand how crucial volume is when you're day trading, because the more volume there is, the more traders who are using the same patterns as you, and the more traders who are using the same pattern as you, the higher the stock will go. It just works like that, because more people will buy, and the more people that buy, the higher the price goes. That's just basic economics 101. But you can see this ran huge. Let me just draw out some chart patterns that I would have traded on if I still had trades available and I wasn't sleeping. Um, right here, very, very nice gradual descending wedge breakout. This was a very big move here. You can see gradual trend line holding down the stock, but we're still making higher lows right here. And we got a breakout of from around $2.70 up to $3.84. So you get over $1 per share move right there. That's over 42% in 17 minutes. This stock was running crazy. And right here, boom, again, not as gradual, but you can see traders recognized this trend and were trading based on this trend. You can see people were selling along this trend, and people were buying on the dips. So once we got that breakout right there, volume slightly increased. Once we broke this level, $3.68, right here, you can see volume jumped up even more. Look at this. In 1 minute, 525,000 shares traded. You remember when I was showing you the daily chart, in one single day, a couple days ago, the whole day traded 200,000 shares. So in this 1 minute, you're trading 500,000 shares. There is a lot of buying pressure behind the stock. And then we kind of just bounced off of this $3.80 level a little bit, and then we have a very, very big gradual descending wedge right here, which I absolutely love. This just goes to show how easily this pattern works and how simple these patterns are. Once again, very nice gradual descending wedge breakout. Bounce along it, holding it down, and once it broke out of it, you can see volume ramped up significantly. And on this run, we go from, geez, $3.77 up to, oh my gosh, I can't work this chart. Hold on. From $3.70 up to around $4.50. Another great move there. We have another, once again, gradual descending wedge, or not wedge, trend line, breakout, gradual trend line, breakout, gradual trend line, breakout. You could also treat these like U-shaped breakouts, but they're not perfect U-shaped patterns. These are better played as gradual descending breakouts, because you can see it's more of just a slope and then a spike. It's not a U shape. So yeah, very, very, very strong runner. Just absolutely crazy how much it ran today. Even in after hours, it's up to $6.82, and you can see after hours we're making another gradual descending trend line. So more likely than not, we will see another breakout tomorrow. I will probably play it tomorrow. We might see a morning dip just because of how much it ran in the after hours. People who are holding it overnight are definitely going to want to sell in the morning. So we will most likely see a morning dip. If there is a dip, look for previous support. So I'll just draw those out for you right now so you know what those are. previous support here, $6.25, nice round monthly resistance. Also, you can treat all round numbers as support. So even if there isn't previous chart history on the dip, if it dips off of, or if it dips and bounces off of $6.50, that's a dip and that's a perfect buy. You can see it did dip down here. So let me just draw all these um, support and resistance levels. Sorry, I'm just so pumped for this stock just because so many of my students made a lot of money on it. Very, very good stuff. You cannot ignore this liquidity right now. If you're trading OTCs, ditch it for now. I'm telling you, everyone is trading NASDAQ small caps, and that's where you need to be because you need to move wherever the money's moving. And if you can be one step ahead of the money, then you will make the most money. Simple as that. So there's the possible levels of a dip buy. Now, I'm not saying that it will dip buy. I'm saying that there's a possibility. Like I said in yesterday's video lesson, I want to stay away from trying to predict the chart. Rather, I want to react to the chart because when you try to predict something, you will have a bias towards that play happening, and you will ignore your other indicators that might tell you otherwise. So I'm not going to try to predict a stock. So if you ask me a question, hey, what do you think this will do later today? I don't know. I'm just going to react to whatever it does and trade or not trade based on that. So right now the overbearing resistance is at $7. Let's look at the daily chart. No tops right at $7, but we do have a top at $7.57. Also at $8.32 and $8.75. Now looking at this daily chart, it is pretty bad. You can see these spikes usually only last. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Usually these spikes only lasted for a day, but given the fact that how much these NASDAQ small caps have been running, like HMNY, let's just check that out real fast. Crazy move from $2 to up to $13, $14. ITUS, crazy parabolic move. IZEA, crazy parabolic move. And now CLSN. So do not ignore the liquidity and focus on the NASDAQs. So that's all that I'm going to talk about as far as the video goes. As far as that surprise for anyone who stuck around this long, first, please leave a comment down below saying focus on NASDAQs. 3 words, focus on NASDAQs. Second, I am releasing a course on October 15th, and if you stuck around this whole video, I encourage you to send me a DM on Twitter saying that you did so, but you have to make sure that you say this keyword. Just say bananas. I don't know, just so I know that you actually watched this, and if you are interested in it, I will give you half off the course. My starting price will be $379. So if you send me a DM saying bananas, I will write your name down, take down your information, and then when the course releases, I will send you a link to it where you can buy it for half off. Very limited supply. I just want to have it out there and have you guys hopefully review it. So other people can see it and trust it, so more people will join us in this journey of becoming better traders. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you saw value in it, I'd really appreciate if you could hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments or requests on future videos, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that's it for today. I'll be releasing a watch list. I promise I will. I'll be releasing it tonight, and then I will see you guys on my Twitter page tomorrow morning. So you guys have a good night. Make sure you get some good night's rest and be ready for the market tomorrow. See ya.